What's going on, YouTube family? This your man Pristine, back with another video. Apple. You know, it kind of makes me. I'm really scratching my head at the unveiling of the iPhone SE 3. Like I don't know. Like, shout out to my man Tech Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a video about it earlier today, and I was joking with him down in the comments. You know, I was like, man, I'm upset about this, and I'm like, no, I'm not really upset, but I told him, you know, I feel some kind of way about this. You know, I'll link the video in the description, but when Apple released the SE2 back in 2020, you know, I made a video and I just absolutely destroyed that device. I released a rant video, and you know, a lot of people seem to agree with the things that were said in that video. And so, you know, I'm not gonna go as hard on Apple this time around, even though I really feel like it, but I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I done worked all day and I'm just on chill mode. I'm trying to wind down, but I just had these thoughts on my mind and I just wanted to get them out. And so, you know, yesterday, the 8th of February, Apple, as you know, held their first event of 2022, and they released some good things, you know, but the most important thing to me was the iPhone, because a lot of the other products that Apple talked about and unveiled, I don't use those. But yeah, let's just talk about this iPhone for a bit. I jotted down some notes and some talking points, and you know, I may say some things that may offend some of you Apple fanboys and fangirls, and I may say some things that may offend some of you Android fanboys and girls. You know, I'm just kind of, you know, in the middle. You know, I carry two phones with me on a daily basis. In my left pocket, I keep my iPhone 13 Pro, and in my right pocket, it's the Android of choice and the most recent, the latest and the greatest, Galaxy S22 Ultra, right? You know, these are arguably two of the best devices on planet Earth. I mean, some will say that the 13 Pro is the best iPhone ever created, and some will say that the S22 Ultra is, to this point, the best Android device ever created. You know, man, I feel like Apple is kind of confused as to, like, okay, let me ask you guys this. What is the iPhone SE for, right? Like, I'm hearing different things, like, okay, I'm hearing, you know, okay, cost effective, and, you know, Apple, they want to have an iPhone that, you know, can accommodate, you know, the different budgets that are out there and so forth. And I get that, but here's the issue that I'm having. Why are they calling this thing the SE? Right? Like, the SE, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the SE stand for special edition? Doesn't it? Now, to me, special edition, you know, is, in my mind, like, okay, we got the 13 Pro here. To me, when I think of special edition, I'm thinking of ways in which Apple created to make this a better experience. Like maybe like a limited edition version of this that has, you know, some additional, you know, bells and whistles or something like that, right? Like that's what I think about, you know, when I think of special edition, right? Something just specifically, you know, for the fans, you know, people that, you know, love this particular device and you just want to give them a little bit more just to show your appreciation and whatnot. Maybe, you know, this phone, you know, when it launched, got a lot of positive feedback, obviously, but maybe certain things that people said could be a little bit better. You know, maybe Apple, hey, here's a special edition, and you know, we're gonna, you know, add this, that, and the other, what have you. You know, not too much because you know they don't want to, you know, go into interfering with whatever they may be doing with, you know, the 14s that are going to be coming out later this year, right? When you call something a special edition, somebody help me understand this in the comments. How does Apple call this phone the special edition when it's the same body style and design as the iPhone 6, the iPhone 7, and the iPhone 8, and the iPhone SE2? How is this a special edition? Right? I don't understand. I mean, it's 2022, ladies and gentlemen, right? We're beyond bezels. We're beyond big foreheads and chins on phones. You know, we're beyond 4.7-inch displays that are IPS LCD. Now, granted, you know, I had, you know, now I slammed the SE2, but whenever I review a device, I'm not one of these reviewers that just gets a phone, does an unboxing, and, you know, plays with it a day or two, and then boom, you know, my full review is up. Now, I could do that because I'm so knowledgeable about these phones, and a lot of these phones, you know, they do a lot of things similar. You know, it's not too hard to come up with, you know, an honest opinion about a device and call it a review, and people would understand exactly what I'm saying. But me, I like to spend a little bit of time with the device, you know what I'm saying? Really take it out into the elements, take it out in the real world, you know, see how this day is going to, or this device is going to, you know, impact my life on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, I rocked with the SE2 for a bit. And even though I made that rant video and I completely and utterly slammed it, I liked it, right? Like it was solid. Now I was, you know, a little bit upset about the fact that, you know, and I'm pretty sure, you know, some of you guys out there, you know, in the Digisphere can feel me. A lot of people are saying, okay, this is Apple's, you know, budget device to accommodate the people that, you know, they don't want to go to Face ID, and, you know, they don't necessarily need all of the bells and the whistles that come with the newer devices. And if that's what you want, then, you know, you can get an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 12, or if you want to go with the bigger dogs, you can go with the 12, with the 13, or the 13 Pro, the Pro Max. But then you also got the minis as well. Somebody yesterday after the keynote presentation made a good point. They were just like, they were sadly disappointed, and I understand. Like, why wouldn't Apple like take the SE? I'm sorry, the 10R. Why wouldn't they take the 10R and, you know, okay, bring back that particular design, which is more on par with the iPhones of today's design. Okay, maybe put a little chin on the bottom of it to accommodate the Touch ID, right? Like revamp the thing. Like, why does Apple keep thinking that it's okay to give us a design from years ago in 2022? Somebody answer that question for me down in the comments. Okay. Okay, so we got the SE3 and 13 mini. Now, see, this is where things really start to get kind of like, okay, like what is Apple doing here? You know? So a lot of people are saying, like my man Tech Odyssey earlier today, he was just like, yo, man, you know, this phone is for people that, you know, this is for, you know, people that are up in age, you know, this is for my mother or my grandmother or my great grandmother. This is perfect for kids. You know, look, yo, it's interesting nowadays because I've got 3 kids and a lot of these kids are extremely entitled. Now, I'm pretty sure they would take an iPhone SE 3 over no phone at all. But I know a lot of youth, and I can't say that a lot of youth would want that design. Why? Because everybody and their mother has an iPhone nowadays in 2022, and they've got the updated design, right? I mean, so it's like who wants to go back to that? Now, granted, you know, they got the A15 Bionic Chip in it. It's going to be running iOS 15.3. And I do got to give Apple kudos for, you know, how long they're going to support this device. Because, again, there's a lot of people that are still rocking iPhone 6s, 7s, and 8s that they've just got this mentality that's like, yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, my phone is working fine. I don't need to upgrade. And Apple is still supporting those devices. I mean, so if you get yourself an SE3, you know, you can rest assured that Apple is going to support that device for at least another 5 or 6 years, if not longer. So they do a really good job of, you know, providing support, you know, for you know, their hardware that's out there. But the design is what's killing me. Now, I'm gonna get the phone. You know what? Next Friday, the 18th, I'm gonna have it. Product red. Red's my favorite color. Red and black is my favorite color combination. I like that black face with the red back. Sweet. The phone now has a ceramic shield. I mean, so it's gonna be a little bit more durable now. You know, it'll have a little bit more survivability. I know that's not a word, but I just made that up. You know, survivability. You know, if you were to drop the device, again, I urge you to, you know, cases, screen protectors, you know, protect your investment. Another thing that I talked about in my rant video for the 2020 iPhone SE2 was, it's like, you know, how dare Apple take components from their flagship, which is the reason why I paid $1,000 for this, right? One of the biggest reasons as to why I paid $1,000 for this is for that A15 Bionic chipset, that power, right? Like, here's where I may upset my Android folks. Some of you guys may try to come for me down in the comments, and that's okay, because I'm well equipped and I'm well versed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to go toe to toe with anybody, you know what I'm saying, in a debate over this tech. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it respectful if that's what we're going to do, right? Now, I used to be an Android avid fan. I used to not like Apple. I used to only rock with Apple because, you know, iTunes and all the music that I had on Apple Music. And I'm such a music buff and I'm super meticulous. And I like the fact that, you know, the music that I would play on iPhones, you know, it just had, you know, better sound quality. It was, you know, you could listen to music at higher frequencies. I mean, so the clarity and the hi-hats and the bass, everything just sounded cleaner. Now, Android has cleaned that up, you know, with a lot of the, you know, the audio technologies that they're putting in their devices. So now they sound similar. But that was like the only reason why I would rock with an iPhone, because of all the music with iTunes back in the day. And that's another thing, you know, Apple, they really revolutionized the music, you know, industry, you know, with iTunes and, you know, man, I mean, just having the ability to buy certain songs and you didn't have to buy the whole album. Like, that was dope. That was back when, you know, man, the iPod and, man, right? Like, Apple, they've made some noise and they've done a lot of things. Then the phone came out and it was like you had these same capabilities with the music on your phone as you did on the iPod. And so, you know, back in the day, that was the only reason why I rocked with iPhone. But I was Android everything. But then let the truth be told, I enjoyed the SE2 so much to where I was like, okay, you know, a lot of times I would just get iPhones and I would get them off, man. I would sell them, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, I'd use them, you know what I'm saying, and I just get bored with them quick because, I mean, there's not a lot of things that are exciting about them, you know. But I mean, now with this Pro, I mean, one thing that Apple has always done is these processing chips are some of the most powerful, if not the most powerful chips in phones when Apple makes them. Like this A15 Bionic is an absolute beast. Now I understand, you know, in my S22 Ultra here, you know, it's got, you know, that 8 Gen 1 SoC, right? It's a monster. But I feel like the iPhone, and this is why I like it so much, and this is why I cannot put my 13 Pro down. This phone is just the do-it-all champ, in my personal opinion. Like everything that it does it well with no hiccups at all whatsoever. I mean, so the sheer power in this, I mean, I do everything on this phone. A lot of times, like if I'm having complications with Android or even with my Windows computer, say like if I'm trying to print a document or something like that, and my Windows 10 computer, my HP here, you know, is having issues connecting, or my Android device, whatever one I'm using, is having issues connecting, man, I could either jump on this phone or my iPad Pro and everything just syncs up, boom, just like that, print out my documents with ease. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, that's just a small example, but it just seems like this phone just does everything well. Like I told you, I carry 2 phones on my person every day. If I'll just break it down like this. If I walked out of the house and I forgot my S22 Ultra, but I got my iPhone, I'm not gonna feel the need to go back into the house or turn around and come back home to get my S22 Ultra. And that's no knock on it. It's a great device. Full review coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But I mean, the Apple is so reliable. It's like, okay, I don't need my S22. Now, if I leave the house with my S22 Ultra and I forget my iPhone, I'm going back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to get this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I feel about the iPhone. So the fact that this SE3 is coming with this A15 Bionic chip, it's going to enhance a lot of things in the device over the 2020 variant. Now, the question is, how much is it going to enhance it? Is it going to enhance it enough to where if you have the SE2, you're going to need to upgrade to the SE3? Because literally everything is the same. If you go to Apple's website and you go to, you know, you click iPhone and you start looking at the tech specs for the SE2, they are the exact, I mean, identical to the tech specs of the SE. Or if you look up the tech specs of the SE2 and then look up the tech specs for the SE3, they're identical. They're the exact same with the exception of the processor. The SE3 has ceramic shield. Like everything is the same, everything. So it just kind of makes me wonder, you know, and again, you know, like I said, I enjoyed, you know, the SE2. It had the A13 Bionic chip in it. Okay, cool. You know, and then, you know, I even the bigger chin and forehead did not bother me as much as I thought it was going to. Right. And so I kind of feel like once I get this phone next week, even though I'm not a fan of the design at all whatsoever, I feel like it's still going to be an enjoyable experience. Now, I know some people, you know, have been like, oh, well, this is for the people that just don't want they don't want Face ID and so forth and this and that. All right, so look, so here's another beef that I got with Apple. When Apple decided to take away Touch ID, did they care about our feelings? Ponder on that for a second. Did they? The people that were avid fans of Apple, male or female. And one of the main reasons why Apple is so successful is because whatever Apple drops, it seems, oh, people go out and buy. Right? I mean, I really think that the SE3 is an abomination. It is. It's a powerful abomination, but it's an abomination. I mean, you're giving us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hardware from 5 years ago, if not longer. I mean, that's a joke. So to sit there and say that you're continuously doing it, Apple, for the people that want Touch ID, it's like, well, so what you're saying is everybody that still wants to experience Touch ID doesn't want this design? They don't want the bezel-less display, or like I told you, I mean, Apple, why couldn't you take the iPhone XR, put a chin on the bottom enough to accommodate the fingerprint sensor, and give us both, right? Give us Face ID and Touch ID. Like, is that in future plans at some point, Apple? Because like my man Tech Odyssey said, it has been rather annoying knowing that we're living in COVID climate where everywhere we go, we got to wear a mask. And the only way to get into your iPhone is by Face ID, and that's not going to work with the mask on. And so you got to input the code. Now, luckily for me, I've got my Apple Watch, and I turned on the option on my iPhone to use my Apple Watch to unlock my device. And so now when I got a mask on, the phone, it scans my face with the mask on. My watch will vibrate, indicating that it's unlocking the phone, and then boom, I'm into the phone. So it works quick. I mean, it takes maybe like a second or two longer than Face ID normally would. Now that's pretty handy. But I mean, what if you don't have an Apple Watch? You're stuck just entering in, those codes. And so I get it. It's like, okay, Touch ID is going to be helpful for those folks, but what about the design? You're telling me that everybody that wants Touch ID still wants a 4.7-inch display from 5 years ago? Like, really? Like, who doesn't want, a display of today? Or even the display of the XR. The XR was great, and it had phenomenal battery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's like, okay, Apple, if you're going to make something special, why not take a combination of devices that you did from the iPhone X leading up to now, and boom, like I said, I mean, okay, look, here's the SE3 right here in a nutshell. This is what the SE3 should be. It should be the iPhone XR's design with a chin at the bottom enough to accommodate the Touch ID so that people got their Touch ID. We should also have the Face ID as well, so that we should have the option, right? We should have the choice. Give us something special. Switch it up, Apple. Special edition, SE. Switch it up. Give us something to rave about. This is something that you haven't done, right? Update the cameras a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That 12 megapixel sensor that's on the rear of the SE3, that 7 megapixel sensor, that's the same sensor as last year. So it's making me, or as 2020 on the SE2. So I'm just wondering, and those cameras were good, but I'm like, okay, how much is the camera quality going to be updated with, the implementation of the A15 Bionic? Is it going to be that big of a difference? Does that mean that the cameras on the SE3 are going to be comparable to what's here on the 13 Pro? Probably not. So, like, I want to get this phone just because I want to get it in hand and review it, because I'm a reviewer and that's what I do. But I can't see how anybody who wants this phone, who's going to spend their hard-earned money for it, is not going to feel somewhat shortchanged. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, Apple, come on, son. You know what I mean? It's like, the fact that you're taking the processor of your latest flagship and putting it in a phone design from 5 plus years ago, is not okay. It's literally got the same tech specs as the SE2. Look it up. I'm not making this up. You know what I'm saying? Go to, like I said, go to apple.com and do the comparison. You know what I'm saying? Or man, yeah, I mean, this. Now, it does now have 5G. Now, it's sub 6 5G, and so I'm questioning, you know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, I mean, it's sub-6 5G. Okay, I guess 5G. Some 5G is better than no 5G, especially now that the 5G antennas are more functional now than they were a couple of years back. We're a little bit more advanced with the 5G technology, and so we are able to take advantage of like faster speeds and stuff like that. I mean, so it's good that 5G implementation has been implemented within the SE3. But I mean, like I said, okay, you got the A15 Bionic ceramic shield in 5G. In a design from 5.5 years ago. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, and I'm trying to, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about it, man. What do you guys? What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the iPhone SE3? Man, my man Jason T. Lewis, man, from Painfully Honest Tech. He was like, I saw his video earlier today, and he was like, man, leave the SE3 alone. Jay, come on, bro. I'm not leaving it alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't, Tech Odyssey, man, all you reviewers out there know. I mean, if you're a reviewer, you're an influencer, I mean, whatever category you fall under, that what Apple is doing with this special edition series is not cool. It's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold you guys feet to the fire, man. All of you, you know what I'm saying? It's not okay. Apple is shortchanging people, and they just think that, we can put the latest and greatest processor in it. We can give it ceramic shield and throw 5G in it and gift wrap it for the masses, and boom, we got ourselves a hit. And it's gonna seem like that because, like I said, whatever Apple drops, people just flock to it. They flock to it. How about this? I'll do you one even better. How about the iPhone 13 mini? Oh, what you talking about, pristine? You know what I'm saying? How about you take the iPhone 13 mini, right? Lower the price to $429.99, and then call it the SE3. All this accommodation about, we want to accommodate the folks, you know what I'm saying, who just want Touch ID and they don't want their faces scanned. Well, hey, I mean, when Apple decided to take away Touch ID, did they give a damn about our feelings? No. This is a money grab. Apple ain't fooling nobody. Apple, you can't piss on my foot and tell me it's raining, bruh. This is a money grab. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just like, man, like they're standing up on a pedestal and they're looking down at all of us, you know what I'm saying, referring to us as peons, and they're like, look, this is how bad we are. We're gonna take a design from 5.5 years ago, put some updated, specs in it, and it's gonna sell like hotcakes. And it happens. They do it. And I'm not saying that to insult anybody out there. I'm just saying, I wonder if this is Apple's rationale, because I'm trying to understand why they think that this is okay. And I'm like, I don't care, how much data they have as to how they're coming up with these ideas to continue to make this phone in this particular way. I can't understand why we still in 2022 have a design from 5.5 years ago. And they're saying that this is for all the people that want Touch ID. Okay, so what you're saying is, again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, so everybody that wants Touch ID, they don't want better cameras, they don't want a better display, they don't want better battery life, they don't want a bezel-less experience. Like I mean, look at the conundrum that people are being put in. Okay, so what about the people that were iffy about, you know, the iPhone? And I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I understand. Okay, they're trying to accomplish, you know, having an iPhone for everyone at all different price points. Like, I get that, and I understand. You know, things cost money. You got to pay to play, right? But I'm saying, if you look at what Android is doing, that same $429 that people are going to pay for this SE3, you got a whole slew of devices in the Android realm that are bigger, got 120 hertz displays, if not 90. Does the SE3, does it have ProMotion? Or is it 60 hertz? So for the same $429 that some of you may pay, look here, let me go to pricing. Okay, so we got 64 gigs, $429. That shouldn't even be that shouldn't even be a thing. 128 gigs, $479, and then 256 gig, $579. So for the money that you're going to pay for either one of these gigabyte variations for the SE3, if you were to invest that money in an Android device, you can get a solid, and I mean a solid device that will perform just as good as this iPhone, even if it does have the A15 Bionic chipset. And you're gonna get a bezel-less display, you're gonna get dual stereo speakers, you're gonna get more cameras, possibly better cameras, right? You're gonna get a high refresh rate, 120 hertz, 90 hertz. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a charging brick in the box, you know what I'm saying? With, like, you know, 25 to 30, if not 40, 50, maybe 65 watt fast charger in the box, not a separate accessory. Apple did state that with this new SE3, there's not gonna be, you know, they're trying to save the economy, you know what I'm saying, or the ecosystem, right? There's not gonna be any charging brick. You're gonna have your same old, you know, 18 watt, you know, wire that's in the box. Check this out, man. I got a proposition for y'all. How about people not buy this device? Just don't support it. How about that? I guarantee you, if Apple takes an L on this SE3, maybe the next time around when they want to drop the SE4, they'll get a little bit more creative. They'll be a little bit more innovative. Or maybe they'll decide, hey, let's stop shortchanging the people. If we're gonna make them a special edition, let's really put our foot into that and make it a special edition. You guys sound off in the comments. What's special about this phone? What's special about the SE3? Is there anything special about it? The price? Is that what's so special about it? Ooh, you know what I'm saying? We got the iPhone, you know what I'm saying? That got the latest processor in it for $430. Is that what's special about it? Is that what makes it the SE? Come on, Apple, man, you gotta come harder than that, bro. You gotta come harder than that, man. Yeah. You gotta come harder than that, man. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, man. I'm done yapping, man. I just want to, you know, speak my piece, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, get out your way. You know, so thanks for hearing me out. You know, if you watch this video to the end, You know, like I said, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons of these videos that I've done. If you're in the market for a smartphone, check out my catalog. You might find what you're looking for. If not, then stay tuned. Be sure to hit that notifications bell because I've got plenty more content to come. And you'll be one of the first to get notified. Once you click on that notification bell, every time Pristine Tech uploads, you'll get a notification. You can be one of the first ones to check out my content. Let me know what you think about that content down below in the comment section, which is where I am always chilling at. And the only thing that I ask from you is to keep it respectful down in the comments. And I love to talk tech with you guys respectfully. All right? All right. So you guys already know, man. Please stay safe. Get spiritually fit. We are definitely living in the last days. If you're not right with Christ, you need to get right with Christ. Plain and simple. The end is near. And the book of Revelations confirms that. If you read the book of Revelations and just sit back and look at everything that's going on in the world today, crime is up, gun violence is up, hopelessness is up, depression is up, illness, plagues is up, wars is going on. You know, say a prayer to, to the Ukrainian people out there, running for their lives, just trying to live, trying to survive. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not saying this to scare nobody, but it's real deal. And you know, at the tail end of every one of my videos, I take a small time, a piece of time to witness to you all out there about the importance of spiritual fitness. You don't have as much time as you think you do. So I've always been taught to never put off until tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow's not promised. And if death were to just creep around some unsuspecting corner, you want to be pretty sure where your soul is gonna rest for eternity. And there's a great sense of comfort in knowing that you're gonna reside with the Creator as opposed to the alternative, if you know what I mean. So I say all that to say, get spiritually fit. You know, there's no problem that you could ever experience in life that's too big for our Creator, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's bigger than everything you've gone through. He died to atone for our sins. I don't care what any man does. There's no greater sacrifice that can ever be made by someone in the flesh. So know that you are loved. Know that there is purpose and value for your life. And amen. Get spiritually fit. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.